Hello, welcome back. Last time I picked my way most of the way through Password File. There were just a couple of clues left that I felt were better done on my own, and I think I do have a full solve for at least the last few. But I'll walk you through the entire process. First of all, let's see. I'm going to look at one clue here. I don't know which one it is. I'll just have to look until I find it. 4 can be found at cross checkpoints. After looking at the map for long enough, eventually I realized, cross the line, cockpit 1, double cross, cockpit 2, cross sauce, cockpit 3, star cross, cockpit 4. This doesn't say cockpit, that says checkpoint. Also makes a lot more sense that there wouldn't be like 4 cockpits on this ship just scattered all around. I don't know, I saw the abbreviation, assumed, and then never thought about it again until now. Anyway, that says checkpoint. So, other things. I ended up taking a full inventory. Yeah, it was necessary to take a full inventory of every clue that I had had and where I had allocated it. First of all, there were 2 that got lost in the shuffle. Like, I either input them or noted them, but then they were not currently in this grid. So 2 that need to be typed in are Itris 4. This is fearful. A keyword I saw in the sunburn puzzle. You know, the one. And realism somehow got lost in the shuffle. This is a Relling thing. And that'll finish Relling. There we go. Relling is done. Alright, so apart from those 2, there were, I think, 6 that I didn't know? 5? A couple of them. So, right, parsing through these clues a bit more. The one I want to look at is 4 can be found not at checkpoints, but in the ice. 4 can be found in ice. Each is broken into overlapping parts. So I looked at this while I was recording and just was not making any sense of it. Things are just running all over the place, but just a brief, quiet moment on my own, taking a look at this, understanding the clue was... it all became very clear. Each is broken into overlapping parts. So one of the first things I had to figure out was like whether I need to look at multiple ones of these at the same time. But then I quickly realized, just read this in a funny order. E-N-G-N-I-E-E-R-I-N-G. Oh, that doesn't actually overlap. Unless it says engineering. But no, it says engineering. And that is clearly a word for Elensa, and it fits here. So got an Elensa keyword there. The ice is right. Suoi spun nat. So it's funny, I actually said the word that this was. Spontaneous. Okay, so overlapping. Sorry, yes, the overlap is here in the S, here in the N, and here in the I. That one's reused. Yeah, so when it said overlapping, I was thinking like, I'm going to see the last letter of one span of characters, and then the first letter of another, whichever direction I'm reading it, and stick those 2 together as one character. But no, this is the overlap. I just came to understand that right now. Anyway, yeah, spontaneous. Spontaneous, that's definitely Itris, and I think that's the last Itris. Alright. And then this one, which is just a big mess, and I could not parse what was going on here at all. It's just that there are 2 separate of the same transaction. One here, one here. So this says resourceful. So resourceful, I think that's Elensa, I decided? I already allocated it. Who did I give it to? I said Elensa 5. Okay, and what is actually left to go? Argony 4, Argony 6. So I know which one of those it is, but at the moment I don't. But I have it in my notes. Ugrant's not done. Oh right, Arid Spikes, I'll get to you. Not yet. This one's actually kind of funny. Okay, Relling's done, Itris is done, Mazur is done, Elensa is done. So only Argony and Ugrant have anything left to go. So there's another one in 3 Blind Ice. Evictorp. What is this? Protective. This was plain as day a Ugrant word, which means I'm overwriting my Arid Spikes keyword, which means that clue wasn't there. And once I got to the point where I knew that a different word went here, I'm out of 10-letter slots. I only have a 7-letter slot left. So this was when I realized that what I was interpreting in, was it light syrup? Yeah, was completely false. I had the 4 letters here, the 6 letters here, those add up to 10, and I don't have a 10 slot left. So I thought, well, it can't be 4. Then eventually, after staring at this for a moment, I realized these colors mean something. The way this puzzle played out used some letter shapes. So we actually have L, L, Y, E, D, E, R. And that anagrams to elderly, the final Argony word, which is going to be the one that ends with Y because it doesn't have an O here. So this is the final letter. Do I have anything else to say before I input it? Let me just make sure I've gone through the whole process. That is, in fact, everything. Okay, password file solved. Nurtnol, that's the password. Okay. Wait, are we doing something more? I have info now. Oh no, this is a letter sliding thing. There's a phase 2. Now that all 6 characters' crosswords have been filled in, you must drag the 6 columns up and down to form the final 6-letter password. Okay? There are many possible words you could form this way, but only one is correct. Note that at this point, the reset button will reset only these sliders, not the already completed crosswords. Okay. What do you all have to say? Nothing. Okay, there are many possible words I can form, but only one is correct. Ah, okay. But it's nothing is connected. All right, so just solve this combination lock. Boy, okay. Are there clues about this anywhere? Or do I just have to... This is very open-ended, and no one has anything to say about it. What? I got an idea. Okay, I think I found the clue. It just came to me. That's the password. Okay. Fair enough. It's the name of the game. All right. I mean, that's a weird puzzle, but it worked for me. Oh no. Okay, can you enlighten us? Because I have no idea. Okay, can you enlighten Mazur? Because she has no idea, and neither do I. Okay. Well, Mazur left in the dark, as always. Idris is still having a great time. Boing. Alright, down we go. Syzygy. System Syzygy. Okay, that's right. It's a really weird looking word. And I'm like, wait, that's too many G's. No, that's a Y. And what a confusing thing. Alright. Idris didn't make it, and neither did Mazur yet. Okay. Yeah, what is it? Is this our secret cargo that's part of our mission? 6 buttons on it. Automatic targeting, linear amplified terraforming laser. ATLATL. Okay. Uh-huh. Near a star to collect enough solar energy. That thing we're trying not to fly into. Okay. Or it could act as a doomsday device. And System Repair Bot wants to do something with it. Alright. Xanadu 4. So humans exist, they're just none of them are here. And we're almost there. The engines were fixed. Okay. Yes, but we're all authorized. Come on now. Yeah, how'd that happen? Where did that thing come from? Turn a habitable planet worm. Yes, exactly. Locked behind several passwords, which we have now opened. Let's hope that robot is indeed out of commission. Again, nobody went down there to check just how destroyed it was after Relling's punch. Okay. So, failsafes are in place. Assuming they work, what's the danger? Or are we not assuming they work? Oh. Doesn't check what's between here and there. Syzygy. Yes, so Syzygy is a word that means like when planets are in alignment. Everything comes together. Okay. Xanadu 3 is going to be fired upon. And Missoura's going to explain that, or get it explained to her. Yup. 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 Our ship forms a Syzygy with Xanadu 3 and 4. Okay, that's a bunch. Less than Earth, but still a bunch. We're locked out of the controls. Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, so that's what fixing the engines did. Okay, so we gotta stop it or something. E stops. Well, we should give up. That's Citrus's solution. Fire from a different position. Sure, yes. Disengage the security barrier. Access the cold firmware. Reconnect the control circuits and the targeting interface. Okay. Lots of things. So, many more puzzles beyond this stage. In the 3 and 3 terms, we're going to Finders Keepers. Are we going to do a real-time puzzle now? Okay. 6 steps, one for each of us, huh? Okay. Do I have to allocate who does what? I think they're going to organize themselves. Administrator's keeping everybody together. Atris is just going to jump in and start immediately. Okay, so slide the columns until we're doing this again. All right, only one possible word. Moving one column may also cause other columns to move at the same time. All right, fine. S first, and then a character has to be spent somewhere. Why, yes, it is. Is that the word? Probably not. Also, everybody's name is 6 words, up 6 letters, so is this word. All right. Is this one going to be worse? I want to poke that button, but I don't think it's a button. Ooh, double speed. Okay. Triple speed, sorry. Bolt. Hang on. So, undo, open, file, bolt, pick, keys. So, lock-picking words. Okay. And usually these act as clues of the sort of word that I'm looking for. So this is a lock-picking word. Unlock. U-N-L-O-C-K. Okay, that fits. So I think I know what word I'm spelling. Just a matter of getting the reels to obey, and of course, doing each one individually in order is not going to do that. This is actually not super far off. Unlick, not quite. Okay, so what are the dependencies? Real number 1 affects 4 and 5 at 3 times its own speed. Number 2, let's see, number 2 is linked 2 times to number 3, well, negative 2 times to number 3, and 1, 2, 3 times to number 5. 3 is linked two times to 1 and 3 times to 6. 4 is linked negative 3 to number 2, negative 2 to number 6. 5 is only linked to 1 at a rate of negative 3. Okay, so these two are relatively independent of the others. Yeah, so I can't move... Wait, hold on. This is times 3, this is times 2. Right, okay. And this is times 3. Okay, so if I just need to operate on 1 and 5, I'm reasonably confident in that. Are any others only linked to 1? No, it's just 5. Okay. So 6 is linked to 3 at negative 2 multiplier and 4 at 3 times multiplier. Okay. So, having enumerated those, the only useful thing I learned is that moving 5 is less dependent than the others. Okay, so the ones I need to fix are really just 4 and 5. Okay, so just interfacing with these two may get me there. So I need this to be O. And then I need that to be, this to be C, and that to be U. Done. Okay. That was indeed useful information. It just goes inside and holds down that button. Are we going in order? Yeah, Mazur's the last one here. Argony's going to hold that button. Cold storage. Oh boy, are we doing ice sliding? Yep, of course. Lady Archaic Argony. Yes, that's what I that's what I said. Yep, ice sliding. Okay, so all the puzzle genres? Cool. Bend, except that's not an E. Bod? Maybe. No, quad. Okay. Slide blocks of ice. Same orientation, chirality. Sure. And more words of wisdom. Okay, so yeah, each of these is an individual puzzle. I could stop whenever I need to, but I'll go for as long as I can. Reflector. Right, of course. Ah. 4 CPU chords. I mean, at this point, yes, that is a little archaic. Oh, right, we have a year. Wasn't this like the 2200s, the 2400s? It was some small number of hundreds after the current year. If I'm remembering right. Oh, you're gonna have to do the hardest one. Yours is last. Okay, so one of these is my cue. And whenever I do a reflection, I also get a rotation. If I do that twice, I do end up with a cue. If I do that twice more, I'm back to B. So let's just say I tried the other chirality. Does that end up with a Q over here? I get a P, but that's no good. Okay, so I definitely am going to need to rotate without reflecting. So I need to get something over here. Couple of somethings. So I'm just doing Q right now. There's a Q. All right. It just sort of happened by accident. That's fine. So Q only. This is my A. This is my U. This is my D. So to get Q in place, I can do this. Sure. B is a little trapped. B is a lot trapped. B is a lot less trapped now. Okay. So this piston can be pushed out when I wish to. I suppose I could do that now. Is that something I want? I'm going to want a backstop here. No, I don't think that's something I want at all. Right now it doesn't feel productive. Okay, so if you reflect, then you can be my D, sorry. I'm probably going to need you in there though, but let's imagine that I don't. So, I need a U. Okay, I might see a way to get one. That's an N. What I want is... I'm not entirely sure. Okay, I think I see the usefulness of the piston now. Putting this Q here probably happened too early. Not going to worry about that yet, though. Carefully use the reflector. Yes, I understand. Well, I have an A and a D here. But U definitely can't get there on its own. I think I want that piston out now. And how would I do that? I guess like this. Okay, done. Now to escape, somebody's going to be locked in here. Well, it should be the 2BU. Okay, so you've escaped. But your orientation's all messed up. So I can choose to do this instead. Or is that what I did? That's a different number of transformations, but both are wrong. How did you lose your nice orientation? Well, you did both the things. So you want to do both of them on the way back out. To recover this letter, what I would have to do looks like this. There, now it's an A. Okay, so if I can do that while getting a U ready, can I do everything inside here at the same time? No. Okay, so the end of this, alright, I need to think a number of transformations back. The end of this is going to look like piston out here. No. Piston here? I'll do something like... Okay, so let's say I put this over there. I push the piston. Q goes through here. No. Okay, yeah, so U is here, goes down, Q goes down, and it wants to get rotated, so it does. Stops against the U that's there, U goes to the right. Let's hope it's okay that the piston is how it is, because that's how it's going to have to be. Okay, so I need Q one rotation away from its final state. So that's 3 of these, right? Okay, great. So Q is in the correct rotation for the end. Now N... Sorry, that's a U. 3 rotations will get me a U, so I just have to do with this thing what I did with the Q. Okay, that all looks good to me. Now, I have a need. I have a couple of them. Actually, I can do this without moving the piston. Except I need you to rotate. Okay. Sure. So that part's done. And D can't get... Yeah, D can get where it's going. I'm done. There we go. Cool. Step 3, wire up the controls. Mm-hmm. Sounds like a job for the chief engineer. Maybe, I don't know. We'll try. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, all right. So I'll do this one and then be satisfied for the day, I think. Halfway through here seems like a good checkpoint. A cookpit. 4 connections to the purple node, 3 to each of the other nodes. Oh. Okay. Right, I remember the elevator incident. You were a witness to that. Yeah. Azura's not sharing her thoughts. Whoops! Not the button I wanted to press. Connect each red node to each blue node. Purple node counts as both red and blue. Got it. Okay. So this connects to all other nodes. Let's start there. This is, right, so Linsa says 3 from, actually, these are some pretty good constraints. The only one with variability in what initially comes out of it is this one. And since this has gone here, it has to continue at least that far. Okay, so we're doing the constraint thing. For this passage to be of any use, it needs to look like this. I'm going to assume that it is used. That might not be a safe assumption, though. Let's actually, for the moment, not assume that that's used. Okay, so going to the right is no good because that would connect blue to blue. Blue wants to connect to 2 reds and the purple. Blue wants to connect to 2 reds and the purple. Red wants to connect to the purple. Purple just wants to connect to everybody. Okay, so it feels likely that I'm doing this. However, I'm not ready to commit to that yet. But then again, like, that being on the edge feels like the most efficient use of space to do this, so I am going to just do it. Similarly, that seems plausible. I'm not sure if it's right yet, but it could work. This is a direct path. Then you will have to connect to the purple, right? Okay, you got the purple, you got the red, you need the other red. You need the purple, you need the... Is this it? It is, okay. I did the simple thing and it just worked. Okay. Step 4 is the targeting interface. Yup, that sounds like an Ugrant thing. Cool. This is Relling saying that. Alright. Alright, yeah, lasers. Okay, so yeah, no telling which of these is going to be big deal. This doesn't look particularly like it, but I don't know from looking at it. Alright, so next time, second half of the Syzygy puzzle. and hopefully we'll see what's beyond that then.